See, I like this, by the way. I'm not saying that I agree or disagree with it. CL Bull in chat said, in my opinion, StarCraft 2 would be good if siege engines were buffed, Colossus were buffed, and their movement speed slowed but greatly, and Swarmers were somewhat redesigned. Like, even though we're casting Starbow, and even though there's no need to talk about balance, I love seeing opinions like that, and I'm super sorry that I can't keep watching chat the entirety of the game to constantly see what you guys are saying. It is one of the downsides to casting, because I can't sit there and watch, but the discussion is what I really love that you guys bring to Base Trade TV. I know I'm putting the show on for you guys, but you guys are what make the channel so awesome. So thank you for being part of this experience as we get into game number 3 here, the ace match of this semifinals. We'll see who goes to the finals after this. Spawning in the top right corner of the map, having just tied this series up in a very clutch 1v1, it is Dignitas Tefel. Oh, I guess it was 1v1. I meant to say 1-2-1, but still, his opponent in the lower left. Looks like he's going to opt for an early pull once more. It is the Red Zerg player, Fruttis. Oh, no. I wasn't saying you're a balanced whining CL Bull. I was just saying I really like the different opinions that people can have. Like, no one's going to think the exact same way. And if we all did, then this game would be very boring and stupid to watch. So, yeah, just giving you props, man. I want to see more discussion like that in chat. If you guys got thoughts and opinions on ways STARBOW can improve too, you know, get your opinion out there. Maybe you think it's not a popular opinion, but if I say it on stream and people agree with you or something like that, all of a sudden, maybe the developers hear about it and they try and integrate it into the next patch. I mean, you never know unless you express yourself. It's such a dumb thing to say, and you're not art school students, but you get what I mean. Tefel going to match an earlier pool once again himself, not going to go for that quick hatchery, and will not play this out greedy. Doesn't want to get caught off guard again. I kind of feel like after that first game, he's like, never again. But 6 lings from Fruttis coming out, and he will be trying to do this once more. Cheese his way into the finals with a Baneling Nest this time. Now, Banelings you guys aren't seeing a lot here in STARBOW, and a big part of this because units don't clump as much as they normally do. A lot of units on the ground especially are forced to spread out. If you've ever tried using Marines in STARBOW, or if you haven't, I dare you to go try. Because what they do is they just like retardedly pulse away from one another. Tefel, legging out right now, may need to go for a bit of a regame. I hope they have match history or build order off, because that could be problematic if you could take a quick look at your match history and see your opponent went for 10 pool again, with speed or with Baneling Nest no less. But at any rate, what I was saying before is like units don't clump as much, so it's a lot harder to get those hits on the Marines. Banelings aren't they're still very fragile. They get the same damage done versus Zerglings though, and what? I have no idea if resume from replay is possible. I would assume so. StarCraft 2 kind of built that into the game. Okay, well, trying to dodge the Overlord in the middle of the map. I really like this move out of Fruttis. He did, of course, see that coming. So Tefel won't, however. And what's scary is, like, he needs a spine crawler, right? But he sees this coming. The first thing he's going to think, oh, boy, you went 10 pool Banelings, or sorry, 10 pool Zerglings again. Like, what a surprise. But it's not 10 pool Zerglings. It's 10 pool Banelings. And this is, in all essence, guys, okay, he's seen the Banelings. A spine crawler needs to come down on the main really badly. Trying to deal with this without metabolic boost is going to be a very big problem. Tefel trying to disengage and not lose anything for the time being. No spine crawler coming down. They're going to rely on a queen? I don't know if he can do that. I'm going to try and focus fire here on top of this, though. It's not the Zerglings he's so scared of. It's mostly the Banelings. But for Tefel, he's in a rough spot. Drones have been pulled to the front lines. Some more Banelings are morphing in. There's a low Zergling count because of this, but drones are not how you deal with this. Drones are simply not going to cut it. No spine crawler, a Baneling Nest of his own. I don't know that going blow for blow like this is going to work for Tefel. Certainly doesn't have enough links right now, and 4 Banelings is going to be very, very problematic to deal with. The idea with this sort of push, by the way, guys, this sort of aggressive all-in, is you want to use the Banelings more or less to zone out your opponent's Zerglings. The Queens and the Spine Crawler is going to try and focus them down otherwise, but Banelings are going to try and find their way up here. It does go off on a Larva, wasting one of the Banelings, going to try and go off on some drones with others. Queen enrages once again, and he needs to focus fire these down. Zerglings are going to be such a problem to deal with, but a couple Banelings heading right towards the main mineral line of Tefel. Bringing back here to deal with this Queen with the Spine Crawler. Should be able to hold the natural, and one more Baneling goes off. One Baneling, of course, does not kill drones, guys. Only hits for 35. Drones have 40 health, but still will not get to use that last Baneling. Now running in full retreat here. Going to try and get engaged on top of this army. Down to 5 workers. Tefel not in good shape whatsoever. Sorry, not down to 5 workers. Down to 10 workers. Reading the wrong numbers there. Loses his Queen. A huge amount of range advantage lost in this scenario, but he's a base up over his opponent. They might be on the same worker count, but Fruttis, guys, is in for some trouble. This game got a lot closer than it should have been. I really thought, like I really truly thought that spine crawler should have come down much earlier, but Tefel manages to hold nonetheless. Bantlings cannot morph in because the Zerglings are giving chase in the middle of the map, and well, technically Tefel's outnumbered. He doesn't have the health that Fruttis that is to really take this engagement. So now turning around with extra links coming in, tries to churn this game around just a tad, but you know, in this sort of economy, as we see, Tefel's able to produce 6 Zerglings at a time. He's got a whole extra base of production up. Fruttis is just going to slowly bleed out, I feel. And let's not forget, Tefel can make his own Bantlings, guys. Takes the Zergling fight very decisively, very one-sidedly, and looks like this could be a quick series. I don't know if BCQD series has begun yet or not, guys, but this has been pretty darn interesting. Tefel's game 2 definitely much more dynamic than this game number 3 here, but Fruttis, of course, opting to go for cheese was the one who dictated the way this would go, and it is one of those all or nothing flip a coin. You got it or you don't. A couple Banelings here. Again, they're going to be used more to zone out the Zerglings and go for the drone line. Because once you conquer the Zerglings, your own Zerglings just run rampant over top of the base. Queen is no longer enraged. Oh, the Zerglings almost running into the Banelings. Drones have been gutted, though, down to 3 workers, down to almost no workers. Last couple will die to the Banelings. Actually, no, none of the workers died to the Banelings, curiously enough. Just the Zerglings so far, but still, it's 3 drones and a Queen. Not an economy that you can work off of. So good game is called. Tap it out. Will send Tefel to the finals. And guys, I'm really hoping we see BCQD versus Tefel in the finals. That could be a lot of fun.